Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. Now recently, Kevin Hart has been named as the host for the 2019 Oscar Awards. Now, I don't care about the Oscars or anything like that. The reason why I'm talking about him and the Oscars is because right now he is being slammed by a lot of people because of a stand-up comedy he did years ago. Okay. I believe it was on Def Comedy Jam where he was talking about what he would do and how he would react if he had a gay son. Now, in a previous broadcast, I talked about how homosexuality is one of those things that is the most protected lifestyle on the planet. It seems to be one of the most protected lifestyles on the planet, to the point where they are making policies and laws and just all kinds of things being put in place to protect that lifestyle. Now, there are lifestyles that are not protected so much, like being black. People can say and do whatever they want to you, as we've seen throughout history and throughout time. There is no protection for black people worldwide, not just here in the U.S., but worldwide. But when it comes to homosexuality, if you are black and gay, you just might get some protection. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because of the utter hypocrisy that I see in this world. It is off the chain, right? I talk about reprobates all the time because they can't connect to the truth. Now, you'll have people slamming Kevin Hart and questioning why is he being selected to host the Oscars, as if that's some type of honor in the first place, okay? A lot of people see it as an honor. I can care less, okay? But anyway, he is hosting the Oscars, and so he's coming under fire because of a stand-up in which many people probably chuckled at it years ago. They laughed at everything he said. I mean, if I remember, I'll put a link in the description area to the actual clip that they're referencing, talking about him. They're thinking that he's not fit to host the Oscars because of his viewpoint. Okay, he said he's not homophobic, but he just didn't want his son to be that way. Okay, this is what he said. But you have these hypocrites, these reprobates, these psychopaths in the world who just believe that anyone who doesn't believe in what they believe in or promote what they promote should be just kind of pushed back in the shadows, okay? If you don't agree with everything they say, you must be pushed back in the shadows. So they're pushing back on Kevin Hart. I don't know if this is going to affect him hosting the Oscars, but they are certainly creating a stir about it. Certainly creating a stir because they feel that his comments were just misplaced, that they were out of order. And so, again, it goes back to the hypocrisy of protecting this group, okay, because of their sexual orientation. But this group over here who just wants the right to live, living but while black, walking while black, breathing, eating, sleeping, drinking, reading, walking, talking. What is it that we can do as black people that is not under fire? Anything that we are doing, even cutting grass. There was one this summer where a young man was cutting grass and the neighbors called the cops on him. So living while black is a crime. But if you are a homosexual, there is protection. And if you are trying to host the Oscars and you said something umpteen years ago about your preference for your son, you are coming under fire. So now you don't even have a right to say whether or not you want your son or daughter to be gay or straight. If you say that, then you are homophobic, you're wicked, you're evil, all kinds of things are being said about you because you prefer that your daughter marries a man or your son marries a woman. In what universe, on what planet is that wrong? If a person chooses or desires to have straight children, woe unto you that call good evil and evil good. Things are just getting out of hand. As you know, the scripture says that the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. You can't even say anything against wickedness anymore. Right now, you can't speak against homosexuality, but guess what? It's not there yet for pedophilia, but it is coming. Okay? Also, bestiality. That's another one. They're trying to push for that. You can sleep with animals. Who in the hell would want to sleep with an animal but someone who is just reprobate in their mind? Hey family, guess what? I just figured it out. I've been seeing a lot of other YouTubers do this. And this is what Watchman and I have been talking about, because there are things that we want to say that we can't say outright. Okay? If it's unlisted or if it's private, we can say these things. And so what we're going to do, we are going to start ourselves a Patreon account. So the things that we really need to say that we can say, it'll be unlisted. It'll be only for the ears of those who are patrons. Okay? And so some of those things that we've kind of, not talked about, because there are certain things that if you talk about them on YouTube, they can ice your account because someone is offended. Someone doesn't like it. Someone will just, it's just all kinds of different biases we see on these platforms. And you are able to reach a lot of people, but at the same time, you have sensitive ears. Now, I've seen videos where all kinds of things are said about black people. Okay, all kinds of things are said about black women. But you don't see those channels being iced because the powers that be want it that way. They want these people to say these things to further chip away at the self-esteem of black people. But this is what I want to say to my people. Don't let this stuff chip away at your self-esteem. Use it as a brick to build you to a higher place. Okay, even each time someone talks down at you or belittles you, denigrates you, or speaks evil of our people, period, don't use that as an occasion to just bow in shame or kowtow to these people, or try to be friends with them, or try to get a better standing in their eyes. Don't use it for that. Use it as a stepping stone or a building block to a higher height, okay? Don't allow it to affect you negatively. I remember years ago, I used to respond to all of this white supremacy stuff. Now these people, they say all this crap. It goes in one ear and out the other. And what I do is I return to sender every curse spoken or implied. So when these people come on saying all types of trash, I send their own stones right back at them. Okay, the ditches that they dig for me, they are going to be the ones to fall in. Okay, the stumbling blocks that they cast, they are going to be the ones to stumble by them. Okay, because I know the power of the word. And so these words, they're only going to affect those who speak those evil words against you. If that is what you speak, that is what you believe, and that is what you understand. Okay, so again, Kevin Hart, we'll see if you continue on with this Oscars thing, because as you see, they are coming after you because you want your son to be straight. Oh, what a crime. With that, I will say shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.